new here, in this place I talk about forex related stuff, the mistake I've made, and most important, the lesson that I keep making every day in the market so that I can share with you. If you find this video very interesting, kindly hit that subscribe button, comment, tell me what you think about the video, and let's grow together. By now, you already know now that we are in December and the market likes consolidating. You know, I keep telling you how the market likes consolidating during the December holiday. So you have to be very, very careful. And in today's video, even before I go to today's video, it is very early in the morning. So if you hear the dogs outside barking, just bear with me. It is very early in the morning. So one of the reasons why I'm saying, I keep on saying December is a very special month that you don't have to keep on trading. It is because the market keeps on consolidating, and the only thing that you can do when you have this type of a market during this type of during this month, one, you don't have to trade every day. Only look for A plus setup. Don't focus on other setup because the market is very slow. Yes, the market will not close. I'm not saying like the market is now going to close. No, the market is still open from Monday to Friday, but the market will consolidate a lot because there's not that a lot of volatility in the market. So you really have to be careful, and that is why I keep on saying you don't have to focus on trading a lot during the December. No, what you have to do, focus on building that skill, focus on practicing your skill, because if you want to focus more on trading this month, chances are you may lose, you may get frustrated, maybe your faith will be shaken. So be careful whenever you're trading during the December holiday. So I want to share with you a pair that I'm looking at, and the reason why I'm telling you why you don't have to keep on trading during the December holiday, it is because sometimes you have to be careful. So today is on Wednesday, and again, I don't love trading the news, but if you have your setup and you have all the entry triggered, you have to enter the market. When the alarm tells you it is time to enter the market, it is time to enter the market. So this is GBP USD. On the lower time frame, you can see the market is consolidating a lot around this area. You see how the market is ranging around this area. And now when you have this kind of a market, if I'm supposed to sell the market, because of course you can see if it is very early in the morning, it means I'm already in this market. So you know you have to keep looking, you have to find this opportunity, but you don't be in the chart for too long because you don't know when the market will wipe you out, especially during the news. So on the 4 hour, you can see how the market looks like. This setup is very familiar. I've already given you a whole video about entry on how to enter the market using the lower time frame, about the patterns that you have to see in the market for you to enter the market. So this is not a new pattern, it is a very clear one, and this pattern happens time and time again. So whenever you see this kind of a pattern, I know by now you already know the pattern. What you do, you just go to the lower time frame. I know maybe by the time you'll be watching this video, the market will have already moved, it will have already gone. You can see on the lower time frame, this is the 1 hour. What did I say? If you want to sell the market, rule number one, let me write for you here because I feel like, let me just write, okay? Where do I find these writing materials here? What's the call out note? The call out note here. So entry number one, you have to be at the resistance if you want to sell the market. Number one, the market should be at where? One, the market should be at resistance. Resistance. The market should be at the resistance. That is the first thing that you have to know. Number two, if the market is already at resistance, of course we have already analyzed from the higher time frame, knowing where the market is heading, and ensure that at least two time frames are speaking the same language. If, for example, weekly is saying that you sell the market, daily and 4 hour is saying you buy the market, which one is stronger and which one will come faster? Of course, the daily and the 4 hour, they are saying you sell the market. Number two, you have to ensure that the market has already gone to your point of interest. Of course, now that is the resistance. You have to have something we call simple patterns on confirmation. Number two, you must have patterns on confirmation to tell you we are somehow trying to enter the market. And when you have these patterns, by now, of course, you'll see the market shifting structure. And you can say even the break of structure, or change of structure, or shift of structure, all that one. Market break. Let me write well. Where am I? Am I still sleeping? Okay. Number, at least when you see the patterns, it clearly tells you the market is shifting. Market shift, you have to see something we call market shift, because this kind of pattern they tell you the market is reversing. And the last thing, number three, then you have to go to entry. I keep on saying entry should be your last option. And entry should be your last thing. And this pattern again, they'll keep on repeating themselves. You can have a pattern like head and shoulder, not inverted. You want to see a pattern like head and shoulder, a good pattern like the head, a good pattern like the head and shoulder, and it should be on the head and shoulder. Oh my goodness, I'm still sleepy and shoulder, but I just want to do this video. Another one, we want to see a pattern like the double top, double top, or we want to see a market that is ranging. Only then we'll go to the next step. Okay, we want to see arranging. Oh my goodness, I'm so sleepy. Arranging, I slept so late waiting for this setup. Ranging, we want to see arranging market. And finally, when we find this type of patterns, when already the market has already broken, the last thing that now should give you a real confirmation, like it should tell you no, because we have already seen all these things, it is time to enter. You just have to see a red candle, a red engulfing candle. That is all. Just don't overcomplicate things. A red engulfing candle. I hope I've already written well, because I don't know, but I hope I've already. Let me reduce the sizes so that it can be at least smaller for you to see. So, the first thing that I've already said, where is our market? Why have I entered this GBP USD? Is the market at resistance? Yes, the market is at resistance. I've already done the top-down analysis, and I've said the market is consolidating. So you have to be very quick. You don't have to hold the trade for too long. Okay, don't hold the trade for too long, especially during this time. I keep on saying during this time, don't hold the trade for too long. You don't know when the market will go against you, and ensure your stop loss is in place. So is the market at resistance? Yes, the market is already at our resistance. Number two, do you have any pattern? Yes, I have a pattern that we call what? A head and shoulder. And the more you have this type of a pattern, the easier. Can you see? This is a very good example of a head and shoulder. Remember, it is an head and shoulder. If it was on buying, you could have been seeing inverted head and shoulder. But because we are selling the market, we want to see a very good pattern we call a head and shoulder. If you don't like the head and shoulder, or maybe you don't understand how a head and shoulder form, you can say, oh, my market is consolidating around which area? The market is consolidating around this area. Remember, the area should be at resistance. It is an area, it is our point of interest. So the market is ranging where? Around our point of interest, which in this case is the resistance. And the last thing, if you cannot see that one, you have to find if you can see something like a double top, of which for now I can't see a clear double top. What I can say, people can say no, this looks like a W, but at least you have two confirmation. You have a head and shoulder, a clear one, and already the neckline of the head and shoulder of the consolidation has already been broken, because you can see the market has been tapping around this area. You can see it has already tapped the first time, This is the second time the market has tapped that time, that area. The third, fourth, you can see this is quite a strong mini support and resistance area. After the market has already broken this area here, what do you have to do? You have to wait for the market to do what? You have to wait for the market to come and retest. I know there are people who entered around this area and they are still holding because their stop loss will always be above the current lower high that has already been created. And this is where the market is before the market started to go down. So the stop loss will always be above this current lower high that has already been created because you already have a new lower low. And for those people who entered here, I know they are holding the trade because I keep saying December is not that month for you to trade, but you have to trade if you have a very good setup. Only that you have to use the smallest lot size or use proper risk management. And the last thing, do you have a red candle for me to tell me it is time to enter the market? Yes, I have a very good engulfing candle. Let's go to the 30 minutes because sometimes the 1 hour can be a bit confusing. Do we have a very good engulfing candlestick? Yes, I have a very good one. Can you see this candle? It is a very good and a clear engulfing red candle telling us the sellers have already taken power and they are ready to push this market toward the downside. And now what are you waiting for? You have to wait for this market to close and enter. If you entered around this place, it is still good. But as for me, I have to wait for these simple things to happen so that I know now it is time for me to enter the market. And after entering the market, your stop loss will always be above. There are some people who will say, no, I can see something like an evening star because it is still another confirmation for me to tell me it is time to sell the market. So by the end of the day, you have to ensure you have rules. Ensure that you just don't enter the market. You must have rules. At least you know how to enter the market and how to exit the same market, because today the market will be buying, tomorrow the market is selling, because at the end of the day we are dealing again with a consolidation market. Only that we have our entry have already been triggered. Now we know we want to enter the market and where to exit the market. And how do you hold this market? If I will continue holding this market, because you can see the market has already gone how many pips? The market has just gone for 21 pips, and I'm anticipating I want to see this market reaching where? I want to see this market going for around 50, 60, or even 90 pips depending with the day. But remember, today we have new, so you have to be careful. So how will I exit this market? Rule number one for me to exit the market: if ever the buyers start to gain the momentum and they start to break toward the upside like this, if now the buyers come here and they close with a very big candle, a green candle in this case, now I know, oh, my setup was not correct and it has already been violated, and I'm already at peace with what the market is doing. You see, that is how you start knowing that you've already improved. If you're not crying whenever you have a bad day, it means you have already improved. That is number one. Number two, if I'm to continue holding the market to my TP, then the sellers have to ensure that they are breaking this structure toward the downside. Can you see this area here? At least now we have to see the sellers breaking toward the downside. They can come and retest because the market will never move on a straight line. Then if they have already broken down, I can still hold this market. But if the sellers come around this area, can you see around this area? And now, instead of continue going downward, they start to go up. Of course, now I'll have question: do I hold the market? Do I exit? That is when, by then, I have already made a decision. But already, in case the market goes to around this area, for my entry, if the market just go to around this area, I have already 53 pips. That is good money. This is not the time for you to hold and get like 200 pips in a day. No, it is not the time, especially the first week of the month. You really have to be careful. So that's the reason why I have entered on GBP USD, because the market is already at resistance. So I'm not thinking of selling the buying the market, but only selling the market. Of course, I have a very strong head and shoulder, which is one of my favorite pattern that I love. The market is also ranging because we don't have a double top telling us the market has already broken the neckline. Remember, the market has already broken this neckline. This is the neckline that you're talking about. It is a simple support and resistance, where I keep on saying whenever we have support that has already been broken, it now becomes a resistance. And whenever resistance is broken, it now becomes what? It becomes a support. So those are some of the things that you have to put them in your mind. You have to make your mind understand. Don't switch strategies, okay? Don't switch strategies. And the moment you practice the same thing each and every time, you will see this pattern happening time and time again. And when you see this type of a pattern happening time and time again, what does it tell you? It tells you it is time to enter the market, because as long as the market is random, it will not do anything extra. It will just go up and go down. But at the end of the day, always make sure your patterns have your setup, your strategy has been tested time and time again. Okay, so that is one of the market that I'm looking at, but I'm not going to hold for too long. I just see at the end of the day how the market will behave, if the market will continue consolidating, if the market will ever go to my direction, all that. But at least I have the reason on why I have entered this market. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have not subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe button. We are heading to 1,000 subscribers. You have to ensure you subscribe so that we can reach more people, so that so many people can see this type of setup, because these are the simple setup that you want people to learn. You don't have to learn so many setup. Today we are ICT. Tomorrow I don't know smart money concept. Others are using I don't know what do they call them. The what do we call those the what do we call those things, the indicators. People are using all those, so at least know where you when you share this video, people at least they can relate to the setup that I'm giving them, and they can easily understand what the market is saying. But remember, it takes time. It didn't take me 2 days for me to learn this setup. It has also taken me time to be where I am. And I keep on saying this is the best time for you to learn. If you want to join my classes, feel free. The slot are also there. You can just join my classes. We learn about this trading setup, and this is the best time to trade. Okay, so thank you so much for watching today's video. Until next time, bye bye.